Anamika here from Village Story, and this is Village Story. This is our microgreen section where I'm talking to you guys.
These red soils are easily available in any nursery. I started my microgreens, growing my microgreens with these red soils and put in some coco peat mixture. This is easily available in any of the hardware shop. You can put little water. If you don't have spray can, don't worry, you can use your hand also. You can use these kind of spray, you can use this kind of cans for your microgreens also when you are, keeping your microgreens at home. This mist is enough for your microgreen. You don't need to waterlog your microgreens. Otherwise, you'll have another issue of fungus. You can see these are our mustard seeds. We have these are own mustard seeds. We have grown mustard, and we have harvested our own mustard seeds here. So I'll be using these today. As you can see, I'm going to grow today mustard seeds of microgreens, and these mustards are the big ones. I like to take the big ones, and I like to soak the mustard one day prior to broadcasting in the on the soil. But right now I'm just going to show you how we do it. I used to do this also, and the results are good. But soaking becomes more easier for germination, and it is faster for, of course, instead of 10 days, you can harvest in 1 week's time. So you can just broadcast this here. You can see how nicely you have to do very dense so that your harvest is dense. You can see. You should do that much so that your soil should not be visible. It is as much as you can, but don't make sure that you are not bulging up the seed, because what happens with the bulging, the fungus can happen. So you should avoid bulging up the seed. Like, seed should not be together and in a group, so it should be separate. Then again some mist. After that, you can take some more coco peat, and then you can just dust it so that the seeds are little bit covered, moist. And again the mist. You can just put some more so that when the seed comes out, it all comes out together like this. As you can see, nothing is going up, nothing is going down, everything is very on the same level. So tap it evenly so that the germination happens evenly, and when you are harvesting, it is very, very comfortable for you. You can keep this tray on top of this like this, and you can leave it for 1 or 2 days. You can in between 1 or 2 times you can put water like this, and you can close it, because the darker the germination happens much better like this. Can you see this? Yeah, there are no holes here. I don't use trays with the holes. These are for homegrown, but for the industrial, yes, these are the industrial trays, and these have holes, little bit of holes. So that's okay, but at home this much is enough. And after the germination happens, morning and evening, 15 to 20 minutes sunlight is very important. This is what we always suggest for every one of us, and also for the plants, and also for our microgreens. And I'll show you how to harvest these microgreens, because that's also a very interesting aspect of growing your microgreen. So this is your tray which is ready. You can put these dates and these name of your microgreens and the date, so that you know when the germination happens. And then you can stick it in your pot like this, so that it is nice when you know what is the time duration. Every crop takes different kind of timing. Radish and mustard takes 1 week, where sunflower and peas will take 2 weeks time sometimes, and then wheatgrass also takes some 10 days. So every crop will have a different cycle. So it's nice if you can write your microgreens, what you are growing, and what is the date of planting, broadcasting the seeds. I'll show you how to harvest the seeds. You can take your harvesting basket. You can hold your microgreens from top and cut without cutting the roots. You don't need 1 inch above the root is the harvesting which you should do for your microgreens. something like this. See, there is no roots here. This is your microgreen you will be harvesting, something like this. And very good because no soil, no dirt, no seeds. The seeds are all. If you see some seeds, this is all you have to do. These are the mixed microgreen. We have sunflower, we have fennel, we have radish, we have fenugreek, we have some mustard. So all this mix here. We have some moong dal, chana. So this is I'm gonna get into my salad today. And once this is done, as you can see, these roots are inside. So your tray will look like something like this after the harvesting. Harvesting is done. Your tray will look something like this. After the harvesting, it doesn't regrow. It doesn't have the capacity to regrow. One or two here and there. So I again put it on my compost mix. So again it comes back to your farm. So you don't have to throw this. Put it on your composting bin. It will again get composted and it will come back to your garden. So these all seeds what is here. You can pick it up from your kitchen, from fenugreek to mustard to wheat to sunflower. All of these are available. Fennel, you have chana, you have peas, red gram, green gram, till, flax seeds, sesame, onion seeds, kalonji. These all things are readily available in your kitchen right now, so you can go and access those seeds. You don't have to during lockdown. You don't have to get stressed about the equipment to be using and the seeds. Everything is at home. If you don't have soil, it's a quick hack. I can show you. If you don't have soil, you have these boxes which you get grapes and strawberries from the market. If you don't have these boxes, maybe you have these areca palm plates which you will be using it for your party. You can grow in these also. So I will show you how to grow in water. That's also very easy. You take this box. This doesn't have any hole. The big box. You put some water in this. Maybe 1 centimeter of water is very good. So how to grow in water, which is very easy. You don't need soil. You don't need any secure environment or weather. So you can do it at home in your kitchen slab, on your window. So just put some water. I'm putting just maybe half a centimeter of water in a closed box like this. See this box? Not necessary you should have the lid, but the box should have at least 1.5 to 2 inches depth, something like this. Take one more box, a smaller box. A small box like this. You put this box, and these box has some pores, like some holes, 4 to 5 holes. This box can go into the bigger box like this. Take these tissues, these tissue papers. You can take these tissues. You can fold it. I am taking 3 tissue papers. These are kitchen towels. I am folding it so that the seed can hold these tissues. I'll put it in the small box. Now, moment you put the small box, the water will come inside, and just little bit of water you can put just to settle. Just the tissue paper will get settled. You can see this tissue got settled. You press this tissue, so it becomes a layer for you, so that your seed can sit. Yeah, your seed can sit in these tissue papers. So what did we do? We took one big bowl. We put the water inside. We took a small box which has some pores inside. We put some tissues. We put the small box in the big box. And now we will take some seed. So now what should we take? We'll take fenugreek. Again, you can soak the seed overnight, and it gives you a very good result. So I will just put some fenugreek. And the same thing you also have to do fenugreek also. You have to broadcast very densely. You can see this fenugreek going. But if you soak the fenugreek, the germination time is really faster. You can see. As dense as possible, and little bit of mist of water. That's it. Your work is done for grow your microgreens in water by using water. and you do not need soil and compost. Of course, that is a natural way of growing. But right now during lockdown, and if you don't have garden, you want to grow in your kitchen, this is the best way you can do. Just put it in sunlight morning and evening, and after a week and 10 days, you will see your fenugreek growing as how it is growing here. You can see these. See these? These are the best way of growing and easy way of growing. Your kids can grow. Please encourage your kids to grow in the kitchen. And you guys can harvest. So how much to eat? So for kids, it's suggested 50 grams every day in different kinds of meat. You can put them in sandwiches, salad, rolls. You can throw them in your omelette. You can make pesto out of it. You can eat raw. The best part about microgreen, you don't need to cook your microgreen. So you don't have to really look for the recipe for microgreen. Anything you cook, anything you make, just throw your microgreens and voila, you can have your microgreens. And so crunchy. So this can stay in the fridge for some 10 days easily. When you receive your microgreen or when you grow your microgreen, just harvest them, put it in a box and keep it. When you want to use it, take it out, wash it with very gentle water, towel dry it, put them in ice water to make it a crunchy feel, and throw it in your salad. And this is how you should eat your microgreens. As crunchy as possible. If you put a little bit ice water for 10 minutes in ice water, it is as fresh as possible. So suddenly you will get so much of microgreen. You say, what do we do? You don't have to worry about it. Eat every meal. You should just throw your microgreen on any of your dishes which you are making. And that's it. You can keep practicing. Make sure that you, if you're not able to grow your microgreen in your first go, again restart it. And please call us. I'm Anamika Bist here from Village Story. My email is anamika.bist@villagestory.co.in. My mobile is 9740700900. You can follow us on Village Story page on Facebook and village_story_India on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and www.villagestory.co.in. Thank you so much for giving us opportunity to come in on your platform and sharing our knowledge on microgreens. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.